On today's episode of Kind 2, I'm going to talk about my film, What is Love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No, it's not called that. It's called What Love Is, You Dyslexic Fools. You don't go to Barbara's to get your hair cut, do you? She's got enough on her plate as it is. Unless your barber is called Barbara, and that's fine. Is there anybody called Barber? I knew someone whose second name was Barber, but he wasn't good with scissors. Self-harmer. I've got some deleted scenes for you which I'll show you later, but now I'm just going to talk through the video, let you know what went into the creative process. The first shot, I'm in a bathtub. All those boxes behind me were bathroom fitting stuff because my dad was getting it done, so it was all dumped in the lounge. And so I thought, that looks kind of interesting. I'm always looking for interesting backgrounds to film stuff in. I like the fact that it said fragile next to my head, kind of suggested my emotional state. This party footage is from Tom's As Stuff Movie 5 launch party. I turned up, and as Hazel mentioned in her video, she said she was at a party when I said, do you want to be in something? And that was a party she was at. She was quite drunk when I asked her, so she was quite pliable and just up for being filmed. I didn't want to draw attention to the fact that I was filming anything because I wanted people to be natural and act like they were at a party. But sometimes when you get a camera out, people are like, hey, taking party photos, eh? And they act up. This is Hazel telling Matt to fuck off and die. We shot this bedroom scene many times. It took a while to get it right, but I'm pleased with how it came out. Kieran was quite keen on with the shoes coming off, that it should come towards the camera like a 3D film. And on my first attempt at having the shoe thrown at the camera, I threw the shoe at the camera. And then we've got me supposedly jumping on top of Hazel, but it doesn't look very convincing. And so I started to actually jump on Hazel, and she had to close her eyes because otherwise she was going to be sick in her mouth and all over me, and that would have spoiled takes. This is a sexy shot of a £2.99 bottle of Shiraz wine. It's a shot that I didn't use for when I'm talking about I drank fine wines. Lol, it's £2.99, that looks horrible. I liked the more continuous shot that we ended up using where I drink the wine and then the book comes up and then into focus. Bing shot both of these for me. Bing also designed the book, and as you can see, some of you already noticed, it's written by Gus Berg, which is my character in his b.r.o.x series. There was another prototype, but unfortunately Bing only had a black and white printer, so we wouldn't have gotten the full effect. I was drinking the horrible wine many times for this shot, and by the end I was actually a bit drunk, and then afterwards Bing and we sat together and watched Wuthering Heights, had a little bit of a cuddle. It was a nice evening. Thank you, Bing. This is actually my annoying brother. I cast him because he didn't need to act, he just played himself. I'm actually least happy with everything that I shot because I'm not that handy on the camera. I don't know how. I had to do the most colour correcting on everything I shot. Everything Kieran shot came out gorgeously, and everything Bing shot came out great as well. This stuff we shot with Lillian at a place called Four Corners in London, and Lillian is Kieran's friend. She was visiting him, and I just grabbed her and I said, can you say these horrible words? And she was like, yes. This is not the first time I've used Lillian. She was also in These Are My Thoughts. She was the girl at the bus stop who I freak out. Now I will show you 45 seconds of material that didn't make it into the final film. Dating websites are a practical solution to a common problem, but I just can't seem to bring myself to sign up to them. Call me old-fashioned, but I feel a lot more comfortable masturbating to people's Facebook profiles. If I'm looking for a more spiritual connection, then maybe their blog, or better yet their Tumblr page is where it's at. I can spend all day falling in and out of love with girls just because of what they reblogged. Ah, Blade Runner. Nice. English Defence League. Oh, Sherlock. Where possible, I've kept my dick out of human fruit machines. What are the chances you're going to jackpot your way into a meaningful relationship? You're lucky if you don't get an absolute lemon every time. All this material was in the final draft, ready to upload to YouTube when I decided to show my friend Kieran. And he liked the video, but he felt like the pace slowed down too much because there was quite a lot of talking. I was very reluctant to edit anything out, but I decided to experiment, kind of just for the hell of it, with little intention of following through. So I tried to cut out everything that I could get away with that wouldn't stop it being cohesive. And then when I watched it back, I liked it a lot better. It was a lot sharper, and like the pace never really let up. There's a popular adage among writers that says, murder your darlings. The idea being that you should never be precious about your work, and you should always be prepared to just fucking delete something. Even if it's like individually good and decent, it can still have a negative impact on like a video or whatever you're writing as a whole. You have to kind of like have the big picture, have the end product in mind. I think that's the end of my show and tell. So let me know if you found it useful, interesting, blah blah blah, want me to talk about other things. Cool. See you later.